What's up, folks? My name is Felix. This will be another update about future airdrops that now have been confirmed, and some of which we are now able to claim within the next few days. And in the end, as always, I have two simple tasks for you to do. So we want to get right into it and start off with Mode. Another layer 2 network, but in this case, a modular DeFi L2. And they just launched a few days ago a very similar campaign as Meant a New Paradigm and Blasted, and for example, also B2 Network. In this case, you are already preloaded with points if you had different on-chain activity in the past. You can check that by coming over to their airdrop campaign. But first, I want to tell you another thing. They just received a grant from the Optimism team, 6 million US dollars. So the airdrop they're gonna distribute, which is 5.5% of the overall token supply, should be quite substantial. As I mentioned, they have a very similar campaign to Manta New Paradigm, for example, where you just need an invite code. You can use mine. I will provide it down in the description box if you want. Then you just insert the code, you connect your Twitter account and also your wallet, and then you should already be able to see your points amount. In my case, I got 412 points, and I already bridged some capital over because I will start farming this airdrop as well. There are currently 3 ecosystem projects which you can interact with. For example, Kim Exchange, which is an exchange where you can do just some simple swaps to generate volume and of course provide liquidity in their pools. Next one is Ionic, a lending and borrowing market. So you just want to lend some capital and borrow some capital to collect points over here. And last one is Space ID, where you just mint a domain. Make sure you are on Mode mainnet. So choose Mode mainnet here and make sure it's a domain with at least 8 digits. Otherwise, it's more expensive. If you choose one with 8 digits, it costs you around 5 US dollars. And the criteria, which I already mentioned, which qualified you for preloaded points, are very simple. This is past on-chain activity based, for example, on your usage in DeFi. If you used certain DeFi applications, like for example, Maker, Curve, or Yearn, or if you were a user of layer 2s. So for example, ZK Sync, Starknet, Manta, and all the other ones. If you are a holder of NFTs, if you were active on other DeFi applications, and some other kind of stuff. And those are the criteria for the points you already got. And again, here we can see the overall supply or distribution of the token. There will be again 5.5% of the overall supply. Most of it is generally allocated for the airdrop, and additional tokens will be added if we reach certain milestones, for example, 100 million and 200 million total value locked. And there is a special pool for lottery winners here in this case as well. So this is Mode Network if you want to participate because you think you got already a quite substantial amount of points. You just want to bridge some capital over from ETH mainnet to Mode. You want to do that, of course, when the network is not that congested, that you save some fees over here as well. And we also have an active boost for another 3 days and 11 hours. So this is still an early opportunity to get even more points. Then next up on today's list is the announced airdrop of hashstack, a lending and borrowing protocol on Starknet. I already covered in several videos. They now finished the airdrop campaign, which we can see over here. They now have 4 of 4 epochs and 6 snapshots have been taken since November when this campaign started. We can see all the details in their Medium article. So they will now launch their so-called hash token, but I'm pretty sure they will wait until Starknet distributed their Stark token, and then they have allocated 45 million hash tokens for this airdrop if you were a user of the platform. And if we scroll all the way down, you can see even more details. Yeah, again, they are mentioning their launch of their token and as well a so-called contribute to earn program, which is allowing members to swap, for example, their Zeely points into the reward points, which in the end can be exchanged into hash tokens. So if you participated in their Zeely campaign, you will be able in the future to swap those points as well into the future hash token. An interesting development here to finish this topic, you can see the TVL now is going slightly down of hashstack, and the TVL, for example, of Nostra is increasing rapidly. This is of course because of all the airdrop farmers which now are moving their capital to other lending and borrowing projects to farm for them as well. So you can see there was the Nostra points launch, and since this was announced, the TVL is basically exploding. We will see that trend in more and more depths in the future. Then another airdrop which is now confirmed, but the snapshot was not taken yet, is Kinetix, a decentralized perps exchange on the Kava chain, which is a layer 1 in the Cosmos ecosystem. and they now dropped in this announcement that they will give out an airdrop to, for example, Cosmos, Osmosis, Celestia, Injective, and Polygon stakers. So 25% of the overall airdrop amount is allocated for them, and they also give out 75% if you participated on their platform. So if you did some trading volume, you will get additional tokens. So you can see that here is a flat distribution. Every chain stakers will get 5%, and as they state up here, there has no snapshot been taken yet, which means users can still increase the airdrop allocation by performing on-chain activities. If you want to start trading on the platform to increase your airdrop amount, now is still the right time. Then we continue with BlackPanther. They also announced now their claim drop schedule, because if you staked into the validator, which is currently the biggest validator on the Injective blockchain, you are now also already qualified for their airdrop. This will happen in the 1st of March. Then you will be rewarded with the so-called points token, but this is not the real token. This token will be exchangeable into the real Black token once they have their TGE by the end of June this year, and 1 point will be equal to 1 Black token, so ratio is 1-to-1. So they will still do a lot of snapshots along the way. So if you want to just keep your Injective staked with their validator, you should qualify for a bigger airdrop amount. Then we have another airdrop which is now already announced and will be distributed over the upcoming few days. It's the Arana airdrop. I mentioned this in another airdrop farming update, a very easy one. With just around 30 minutes of your time, you were able to complete some missions over there completely without capital. And now if you are an NFT holder of one of their collections, or you just did all those missions, so 100% of them, you will soon be able to claim 1000 of their FAR token. The FAR token is already launched. If you participated in those quests but did just some of them, you will qualify for 100 FAR token. And if you're engaged in their community, you will get 10 to 15 token, which is basically worth nothing. So the token is currently trading at around 12 cents. So for people who completed 100% of their mission, will receive an airdrop of currently around 120 to 130 US dollars, which I think is quite a good amount. And there will be opportunities in the future to earn additional airdrops if you stake your token. As they state here, Diamond Hands will be rewarded with upcoming airdrop campaigns, and they will launch a soft staking campaign, but more about that in future videos as well. Then last one on today's list is Solana Mobile. They now just announced that there will be a snapshot in roughly 2.5 days. As you can see, if we jump onto the leaderboard, in 2 days and 15 hours, they would have the first snapshot of the leaderboard, and also everyone who ordered one of their tokens through the founder window right now will receive a non-transferable chapter 2 pre-order token. So very similar process to what happened with the Saga One phone. And if you manage to get into the top 1,500, there will be a snapshot just for those people, and they will earn additional incentives. So if you still didn't purchase one, the founder window is still open and will then qualify you to receive the Soulbound token. Then we have 2 additional tasks which you might want to do. B2 Network, one of the projects I'm most bullish about, a Bitcoin layer 2, which currently does the airdrop campaign, as well as this testnet points campaign where you can just interact and earn some points, which might be valuable for the future airdrop. And they just launched a new quest with GlowSwap, where you just have to do a swap transaction, provide liquidity, and stake on the platform. This might be a little bit buggy right now, but just wait until they fixed it and then complete those tasks over here to collect 150 additional points. And the last on today's list is this quest from Interact called Pyth Staking. So if you are a Pyth staker, you can jump on this page, for example, do some social interactions, and then you will receive an NFT here. This is first come, first serve for the first 10,000 people who do them. So you should definitely do it very soon. And that should do it on today's overview. If you don't want to miss future updates, which I release on a daily basis here, feel free to subscribe. That's it. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next one.